I claim that one of the biggest, if not the biggest, thing preventing us from achieving the life we want or creating the life we really want to experience are fears. We fear of taking those steps or making those changes that, if we took them, would really take us towards those things that we desire, and those things that would make the experience of life much better. Most of the fears are really learned beliefs. They say that when we are born, we have only two fears: fear of falling from high places and fear of loud noises. All the other fears are learned, and fears are really beliefs. They are beliefs that something bad might happen if we make a change or if we decide this or whatever. And they really prevent us taking those steps, making those changes. Fears are perceived threats or dangers. Again, we come back to that perception that I have talked about in other videos. So we perceive something to be dangerous. We perceive something to be fearful. And the funny thing is that we don't know that. These perceptions have nothing to do with the truth. They are our, again, kind of like evaluations or estimates that something might be fearful or dangerous, whatever. A lot of the fears also have to do with attachments, meaning that, we are afraid of losing something. So if I would go this direction, I might lose something that I have considered to be valuable for myself. If I go and ask that woman or that guy out and they say no, I fear I might make a fool out of myself. Those are all perceptions. We don't know that. Just think about this. If instead of the fear, you would still do those things, what might you be able to achieve if there was no fear behind your inactivity? Some say that fear is the absence of courage. I would rather say that fear is the absence of love. Okay, there's a big difference. So, courage is something that we kind of feel we have to do, we go through. Love is something that we want to do. So, if instead of being fearful, we would have the courage to do something, is it really something that we want to do? But if you replace that courage with love, it's a different thing than courage. So my point is that if we would pay attention more to what we love to do, what we love to have, what we love to experience and so on, and let that love kind of feeling take over and take over the fear, what kind of experiences would we have? By that, I mean that instead of fear, if we feel more love, how much different would your experience of life be? Again, in my book, Words of Wisdom, there is this chapter that is called Beliefs and Fears. I already touched the subject of beliefs in other videos, so this is more about the fears. And let me again read a quote from the book. Like this chapter also, there's a lot of quotes from wise people, and I'm going to read one. This time, the quote is from Bill Harris, and it goes like this. Confronting fears isn't always easy. No one wants to discover that the core elements of their worldview are rooted in false, fear-inspiring rules and prescriptions. But people who can confront their fears and move through them are then free to reach for their dreams. So on the other side of the fear is usually the life of the dreams, life of your dreams. Like I said, if you pay attention more to what you love to do or what you love in life in general, instead of paying attention to what bad might happen if whatever. So how would that change the experience? So thank you again for watching this video, and I hope you have found it inspirational, insightful, and thought-provoking. Thank you so much, and be well.